Big fella, here you go. Thank you, sir. I can't drink yet. I'm not 21. Sorry, I'm not 1 in 20. Oh, shit, he wasn't even ready yet.
Yeah. Roll for reaction, two nerds with quick wit. Press played in action, laugh, yell and call out shit. Roll them dice, pick an aspect. Set the vibe for the set, capping on a wag. You'll go disrespect. Digging appearance, watching with the crew in the mix.
But welcome to Roll for Reaction. I am your host, Dig, and this is my co-host, Parrish. What up, Parrish?
Hello there.
My Squire. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. There's been a lot of work on the house lately, and I try not to pay too much attention to how much it costs because the numbers are horrifying.
Yeah, well, these are like elitist things, and I'm gonna cut that out. Please keep your "How are we doing?" to your thoughts about the show that we're about to watch. We don't need to know about the depritudes of Simi Valley or whatever rich enclave that you live in. So anyway, speaking of class, we are now going to drop to the bottom of. Calm down, don't get undressed. Calm down, please. And so we are going to drop down to the bottom of the social structure. With Duncan Egg, Game of Thrones without the thrones, Game of Survival, Game of Honor is what this is, like a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. What do you think so far about the characterization, about the feel, about the difference between the GOT that we've come up with?
I think it's beautiful and warm and filthy, but the people are actually good people. They're actually good people, and that's and it's nice to see them not get ground into the dirt for being a good person in a world that rewards cruelty and ruthlessness at first sight. And it's kind of lovely because it still fits into the world there is, because the reason he's getting away with it is because he's a big motherfucker. So he can get away with being a bit naive and nice because he's not victim-sized.
Yeah, but I mean, also, kind of a nice change of pace is that he doesn't use his size to overcome. He uses his sadness and patheticness and stuff.
He's so sweet. He's he's an overgrown puppy, and everybody sees the overgrown puppy when they look at him. And the way that they've filmed it is beautiful because they do look at their expressions while he's walking away all dejected every time when he looks sad or scared, and they're like, "Oh, I can't believe it! I kicked a dog. I need to make it better. Let me give him a treat." It is so cute.
Okay, so Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, what we call Duncan Egg. Episode 3 of Season 1, The Squire. Let's see how they start off this one. Yeah. No big intro, it's just, this is a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
That was a good decision.
Mm-hmm.
Very appropriate. Tiny boy.
Oh. What, you think he's going to rob him and then run off?
No.
Oh, cinematography. Nice.
It's pretty. Yeah.
He's twice the size of your last rider, and the field could be just like this or worse, so you best get your feet under you. My father, but I don't think that's true. I think a horse doesn't want to be ordered about any more than a man does.
Ah, that's adorable.
And if he loses, we won't even have that. I can get the weapon in his hand. Somehow.
The Squire.
But then it's up to you.
Like master, like horse.
Yeah. He snuck away in the morning to try to train his horse?
Yeah, with Sir Arlen's horse. He just got to get warmed up and remember. Oh, and he's running with a lance, because that's what he has to do during the list. He's doing laps, and Thunder's doing laps.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You steal that horse.
Barefoot.
We'll be fair.
It's not stealing if you mean to put it back.
Thunder's got my back.
What's wrong with your hair?
What's wrong with your eye?
Oh, okay, that's what's wrong with his eye.
You're Sir Robin Risley. You're the maddest knight in the Seven Kingdoms.
We are a vessel for the warrior. When it is madness bid, it is madness delivered.
Oh, he's a priest knight.
You're small.
Where have you been?
Training.
Don't wander off without telling me.
What about breakfast?
There's salt beef after you're done.
I'd sooner eat the horse, sir.
You'll eat my fist. Try again.
There.
Yes.
Oh, he's going to be a good
God,
dad.
that's adorable.
Sir? Is it all that I have black hair growing out of my stones?
It's odd that you're telling me.
Well, what the-
Aye, now.
Why?
Grab his armor.
Because I mean to enter the lists.
Also, the right of first challenge goes to knights of high birth and renown. Are you a knight of high birth and renown, sir?
Wait, so I cannot enter the lists today?
Not today, sir, no.
Then why have I been vomiting all morning?
It's a mystery.
So cute. It's so cute.
Eggs, like...
Oh.
Your shield will be ready to see things.
Tansel too tall.
Thank you.
See, shoot your shot.
So cute.
Yeah. So he's making bacon. That's good. He's got some fond going on. And then he crack. God damn, goose eggs are
Holy
big.
crap.
Ooh, that looks good. Invent the egg McMuffin. That sandwich is going to fill him up all day. Big fella, here you go. Thank you, sir. I can't drink yet. I'm not 21. Sorry, I'm not 1 in 20. Oh, shit, he wasn't even ready yet.
I'll say this for you. You're a good worker when you put your mind to it.
Think so? Does that mean I can stay in as your squire after the tournament?
If I win.
Oh.
If I win. You can...
Duncan! Sir Duncan, I believe we are both men of honor. So I hope you understand that what I ask serves no private interest.
I don't know why. Why are you bringing him into this? What's his thing going to be doing? Taking bets and losing? He's asking him to, like, throw a match?
That is an interesting question.
I don't have any money.
Shocking.
Oh, you poor
I
thick
mean not
boy.
to rob you, but to reward you.
Reward me?
Aye. What do you know of Lord Ashford's youngest, Sir Andrew?
He's a deaf lance.
Indeed, indeed. But we're a challenger to come forth. And on us, Sir Andrew, against all odds, the lucky few who backed such an unlikely winner would find their pockets.
Oh.
Oh.
Take a dive.
He wants the other guy to take a dive. He's going to have the other guy take a dive. His son?
Right.
I do not want a victory that I have not earned.
Have you not earned it? Take the fall, and you shall have his horse, arms, and armour as recompense for your role. A tidy sum for a young edge knight who presently calls an alder tree home.
It's a no.
He's not even asking him to take the dive, so it's really, ooh, that's rough.
Yeah. So basically, once again, this is a trick of the warrior. The warrior is tempting him to his oath because I think that honor is part of like what he's doing. So now it's like, but it's so got to. His problems are going to. He can have a horse for egg. Keep all of his horses. Keep thunder. Keep his armor now. Get an armor upgrade too.
Buy back the horse that he sold because he promised.
Exactly. Or then like, ransom his armor back and have a whole bunch of gold and shit like that. Like, geez, like, which is more portable, than all of that other stuff. It's fucking crazy. The opportunity.
The reins will hold till when?
Yep. He's got a day.
Pride for Duncan.
Mind your pride.
And if he's so the guy's gonna take a dive, what's he supposed to do to stop it if he's fighting him? Other than not commenting on how easily he went down or something like that. It's a lot harder than not taking a dive yourself.
Yeah, like because he'll be in Champions Row, and the other side benefit besides all of this money is that lords are going to notice him. Mm-hmm. Here's a somewhat hedge knight. He's a giant motherfucker. He unhorsed him. Yeah, like swear yourself to my house, and then you and Egg will be on like Easy Street. Like you will be a real full-fledged knight. All you have to do is betray your values. What a great goddamn thing. Subscribe. That's a like.
Like.
Okay. Baylor is like whatevs.
Come on, little knight. It's time you face the dragon.
He's got an anime helmet with like flame
His
hair.
helmet does not look like a good idea to actually wear. It's like you want something that will have blows glance off if someone hits you. That looks like it's funneling it for cutting your head right in half.
Yeah, but if they're brittle, they'll like break off and
yeah, they'll snap off.
The
force. The crumple zone is a crumple zone on the helmet.
That's right, folks. We know shit about armory. Subscribe.
Uncharacteristic.
What?
The lance is too long.
Oh! Ah!
Well, that's an establishing character moment.
He's a Targaryen.
They're not all assholes. But...
or a peasant revolt.
Ooh, yeah. Everyone's into honor, I guess.
No, it's just like unfair, and it ruined the whole competition.
The sport of it.
Yeah, they killed a horse. The horse is just your vehicle. You don't target horses.
Yeah.
But a squire must be strong. A mishap may befall me.
That wasn't a mishap.
Keep your wits if it does.
That was no mishap.
Oh, look at his eyes, too. Whoa.
Oh.
Do you suppose there wasn't a list, sir?
The crippled girl who shoved her hand up men's arses.
I think there probably was.
Of course there probably. If there's a lesson in that, it's for wiser men than me to see.
Perhaps it is a story of honor.
Honor?
A misfortune girl making the best of her natural gifts.
One might wish for more.
But is this not the act of a dogged spirit, giving more than what is asked? The whole arm bone, as it were. My name is Hope, sir.
Oh.
Belongs to all who invoke it.
Oh.
What a sweetheart.
No, she's awfully glum.
Say your fortune.
Oh, yeah. Go on.
For a second, I thought that was Alice. Subscribe.
Go on, then.
You shall know great success and be richer than a Lannister.
Thank you. Do the boy now.
You shall be king. And die in hot fire, and worms shall feed upon your ashes. And all who know you shall rejoice in your dying.
God damn.
Thank you, that's very good.
Oh. He's like, you're laughing at that.
Why would she say that?
Why would she say what?
Oh.
Here. Egg, this is Raymond Fossowell.
Good day.
Will you join me in my tent for a cup of cider?
I could wait at the puppet show, sir. Bring your shield when the performance is over.
We make it ourselves.
But then again,
The
Fossoway
apples.
cider has got to be great.
We make it ourselves.
Who does your cousin mean to challenge?
If anyone's wounded on the morrow, I'm sure Stefan will be quick to knock on his. He's about as chivalrous as a starved weasel.
Oh, that's why they have to get him on board. That's why they need to get his compliance for it, because he has to be the challenger. So I guess they're having, like, the second round is challenging the people who did the first day.
I see. Okay, cool. Good catch. Good catch. I didn't notice that.
My squire thinks Arian meant to kill the horse.
No one laughed. Laugh!
Hard to accept that a knight might be so dishonorable, let alone a prince.
Why is that hard? They're incestuous aliens, Duncan. Blood magicers and tyrants who've burned our lands, enslaved our people, dragged us into their wars about a mortal respect for our history or our customs. Every pale-haired brat they saddled on us has been madder than the last. Gods know how. The only honourable thing a Targaryen can do for this realm is finish on his wife's tits. So I think he meant to kill the fucking all.
Oh, yeah. Now that the Targaryens don't have dragons,
Yeah.
what the fuck is holding their power? Oh, no.
It's quite a lovely puppet.
Yeah, it's very nice. But the audience. The youngest.
Come! It's hurting her!
Hurting who?
Oh! Oh! Whoa! Damn! Ooh! 3 guys, we need 4. Get him, Dunk.
Yeah.
Why did you throw your life away for this whore? She's scarcely worth it. It's a traitor. The dragon will never lose. So we'll start by breaking out all of yours.
4.
Yeah, need one more.
Oh. They're gonna curb stomp him.
Wait, Yorkle, do as I say.
You impudent little wretch. What's happened to your hair?
I cut it off, brother. I didn't want to look like you.
He's like, fuck. I threatened to punch him in the face.
Dun. Pan out.
That's beautiful. That was well done.
Half an hour. Woo! They are not rushing shit. Yeah, you know. I mean, like, you and I can, like, you know, read this whole story, The Hedge Knight, in an afternoon, so they gotta really stretch it. But yeah, I like how they're stretching it. Like, you know, what are your impressions initially, generally? What was your favorite part of this episode?
Not a moment, but just the relationship between Duncan and Egg. Just, it's so wholesome. Oh my goodness. And the trust and hope that they have, and the wanting the best for each other part. And just what great direction and selection of scenes and acting from each of those, especially getting the kid in those shots, just catching looks in his face that communicate what they're putting in the story, because kids aren't, I mean, it's subtle and it's great.
It's well acted, yeah.
It is fabulous, yeah.
Very much so, very much so. Good, like, direction. I love that, like, cutting to all the different people reacting to, like, you know, Egg, and then it's settling on Egg, and he pans out, like, Egg is something big and whatnot. So, like, you know, just so let's see what we get. Oh, and I liked it, too. And you should subscribe. Okay.
And you should like.
I'll go first. Theme.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Like I mean, let's see. There is a lot of like watch this to see how theme is done right here. There's a lot of like practicality versus idealism. Basically, Dunk is in like a very, very tough spot. He's got everything riding on the line, but look, he has an opportunity to make out, guaranteed. But he has to violate his ideals to do so. If you were in a situation like that, Parrish, what would you choose?
I don't fucking know. It depends on how I need to violate my ideals and who could be harmed by me doing so. If it's exactly like this thing.
Yeah, exactly like this thing.
If it's in exactly this circumstance, I would say fuck it, because fuck these nobles and their idea of honor and all of that. I would go along with it.
I would too, because we live in a dark world where like we are pleasantly given relief by stories like this, like especially after Fallout and Three Body Problem and all types of shit. Like like I would do it also myself in a heartbeat, but we get to see the aspirationalism of like stupidity / idealism / honor, basically. But because we're not knights at all, but Duncan is a true knight, as Sir Arlen said, like a hedge knight is the truest knight, basically, because they don't do it for glory or money or stuff like that, or fame or like, vanity and whatnot. You do what's right. And then that was tested at the very end. He ran in, like, by all means, he should have like hung his head and then walked back out like everybody else did. But no, fuck that. And I loved how like something passed in front of a torch and he flashed red. And then he went. And did you notice that?
I did not notice that.
Okay, yeah, like and he flashed red, and he went in and he did what like a knight must protect the weak and innocent, and that's what he did. Now, in our times, there would be like there's no limit to there's no free speech in England, so yeah, she would have had not her fingers broken, but she would have been at least arrested and stuff like that, as they're doing now. But that's this fucked up world. But there, like Duncan went up. And just like for one punch, that's worth death, basically. But he gave him like a 2-piece with a side of boot at that. And like you saw, like, he said, you loosen one of my teeth, so we're going to curb stomp you. And he said, we'll start with this. He's like cruel to that knight that he killed the horse. He didn't have any beef with him. What is he going to do to a dude that whooped his ass in public?
Whatever his fucked up imagination brings him, which him being the character he is from the family he is, he probably has practice. And that's why his little brother doesn't want to look like him.
Yeah, sure. And also the like theme about like the power of the oppressed, basically. When he killed that horse, the fucking field flooded and came over there before we see what he did to like Tansel Too Tall Fossawait, who was like, what? These are incestuous like he basically ran down the history of the Targaryens in very like, from the point of view of an Andal, because that's what like, everybody else that's not Targaryens are, is like, first of his name, king of the Andals, no, king of the First Men, the Starks up north, the Andals, everybody else, and then the Rhoynar, which are the ancestors of the Dornish. And so we're in this time where like, like Dorne has recently joined, like, in like Little Egg's song about like, a host of like Dornishmen came to help out Prince Baelor kill the last of the Blackfire rebels and everything. So that's just great, like, and then like, so this was full of conflict and things like that. Like, what were your feelings on the conflict, how they were portrayed and how they were set up and things like that? Like, what'd you think?
I think two things really stood out. One of them is poor Duncan's internal conflicts about whether or not to hold to those ideals that he believes are proper for a knight, or to be a pragmatist and accept the reality of his world and fall in line with the fucked up way that it presents itself. More than that, we have an establishment for future conflict with the assholist of the current generation of Targaryens, apparently, establishing himself as a villain for fun and laughter, not a misunderstood villain, not a person who just interprets the way they're going to interact with the world wrong, interprets their role in a cold way, believes in a greater good that they're fighting. No, he's just cruel to be cruel. He's a monster. He is a card-carrying villain. He will establish his villain credentials at the door by killing the doorman. And we've got that set up, setting up the bigger conflict while we're still dealing with Duncan wrestling with honor and reality.
Exactly, yeah, like, you know, and then the conflict, that egg sound, like saying about a generation before, because remember, like, that battle is where Sir Arlen lost his own real nephew. And then that's when he took a dunk on and stuff, and the conflict that is to come in about 100 years, as 100 minus 17, that would be 83 years.
83
is when
years.
Is
Plus
when
we're jousting, so all kinds of conflicts along the way. Just the conflicts for sports and the actual underlying simmering pot of horror that is apparently this realm.
Exactly, punctuated by the feels. Like, how did you feel about seeing Aerion get battered by Duncan? Like, what are the feels of that?
That felt good, because what it was him, that battle between should I do this thing for my advantage or should I keep to my honor? When he had time to think about it, he didn't know what to do. But when he was confronted in the moment by something that is that exact same conflict, do I stick with my honor? Do I do what's right? Or do I do what will keep me fed and alive and going on? He chose to do what's right without a second thought.
Yeah, also it helps that he likes Tanzel. Also,
yes, that helps too.
You see your crush being
yeah, it wasn't just some random chick.
I don't even think that he recognized that he was a Targaryen or Aerion or what the colors meant or what the white hair meant. All that he knew is that she was crying, and he's thick as a castle wall. But the other part is that he's strong as an oryx, which is the ancestor of bulls and cattle, as we know in our time. So yeah, I really did love that. But there was a tinge of although I was greatly satisfied by him getting his comeuppance, Aerion, because he still had shit to pay for the horse. The horse, and now the horse, that poor knight that might be maimed for the rest of his life, and now to Tanzel, who is not just innocent, but she's a puppeteer, so breaking the fingers is specifically fucked up. So yeah, the feels of justice, get him, but then in the back of my mind, or on the other side, he's a Targaryen. You have the chance to win out in this whole situation, but now the stakes are you're gonna die probably, and he would have if he didn't luck up with the blessing of the warrior that his squire is also a prince.
Yeah.
Of equal renown, if Aegon was a daughter, Aegotia or whatever they would have done. They don't have very good imaginations with names and stuff like that. Subscribe. Yeah, Egwin, beautiful, improv. Yeah, for one thing, she couldn't be a squire unless they went the route of some other shows. Well, girls can be squires too. That misses the whole fucking point. He wouldn't have had that much say and even been in that or she wouldn't have had that much say or been in that situation. But Makar had all boys, it seems. I think all boys. Maybe they're just mentioning the boys and stuff. I don't know.
Well, they're the only ones who matter.
Well, his daughters would matter too, because the boys need wives because they're incestuous aliens.
Right, that's right.
That was maybe the best burn of the whole thing. The best thing that a Targaryen can do is finish on his wife's tits. That was awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
And then the look on his face when he realized what was coming out of his mouth in front of another person. that he wasn't that familiar with.
Yeah, luckily the tent was empty. And, like, you know, Dunk is not going to use this for, like, leverage, but just in case he does, oh, yeah, Stefan said it. my like, hated cousin or uncle or something like that. Yeah, like, you know. Great show, great show, great show. Yeah, but, I mean, like, what do y'all think? Viewers, like, you know, are, like, lords, you know, well, not lords and ladies in this case, are, like, winches and beardsmen or whatever the fuck. Like, you know.
Yeoman, I think? Maybe yeoman?
Yeoman is very good. Yeah, like yeoman. Yeah, like, you know. Well, down in the comments, what do you think about this show? Like, what were your favorite parts of it? Have you read The Hedge Knight? Like, you know, like, or are you coming to this new? And if you have read it, even knowing what was coming on, having pre-spoiled it for yourself, how do you like this, like, you know, interpretation of what you read? And if you didn't read it, like, what do you think about the story so far?
Will you read
and things
it?
like that. Yeah, like, what else can they do for us, Parrish?
They can like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, yep. And thank you very much for watching as we go forward. It's just a direction, like, yeah, okay.
Howard, like that way? Like land ho, pointing, well, gesturing?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about, can I think of anything better? Nope. All right.
Digging Pierce watching with the crew in the mix. Comment and subscribe, yeah, we'll shout you out next. Sci-fi, fantasy, drama or comedy, movie or TV, we'll say must see or leave it be. Get your drink and scram, get ready to lock in. Roll for reaction, players, y'all about to win.